Weddings are supposed to be magical, right? A day where love shines, the champagne flows, and everything goes just as planned. But when you're Jeff Bezos, Amazon's billionaire founder, and Lauren Sanchez, a media star with a flair for the dramatic, even a $50 million budget can't shield you from chaos. Their 3-day Venice extravaganza in June 2025 was billed as the wedding of the century, with A-listers like Oprah, Leonardo DiCaprio, and the Kardashians in tow. But between a rogue thunderstorm, security headaches, and locals protesting their very presence, this fairy tale had more plot twists than a soap opera. Here's the full scoop on what went down, told like we're gossiping over brunch. A stormy start to the party. The trouble kicked off the night before the big day, June 26, 2025, at the pre-wedding dinner held in the Madonna dell'Orto cloisters. Picture this: Venice's canals shimmering, the air thick with summer heat, and 200 VIPs. Think Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, and Orlando Bloom, sipping cocktails under the stars. The vibe was pure glamour until the sky cracked open. A freak thunderstorm rolled in, turning the elegant soiree into a scene from a disaster movie. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, and torrential rain sent guests scrambling for cover under the vaulted cloisters. Waiters rushed to grab umbrellas, tablecloths flew like kites, and Kim and Khloe were spotted darting to water taxis, their stilettos splashing through puddles. I was scrolling X that night, and the internet was living for it. Mother Nature said, "Not today, billionaires," one user posted with a laughing emoji. Another wrote, "Hope Kim's blowout got ruined. Karma for the excess." The storm cut the party short by 45 minutes, forcing everyone to pile into boats early. Lauren, in a stunning gold corseted Schiaparelli dress, was shielded by a squad of tuxedoed men with umbrellas, but even she couldn't escape the chaos. My friend Mia, who's obsessed with celebrity gossip, texted me, "A $50 million wedding and they didn't check the weather? Rookie move." It was a soggy start to a weekend that was supposed to be flawless, Ivanka's security snafu. If the rain wasn't enough, Ivanka Trump stirred up her own drama. She and her husband, Jared Kushner, were among the first guests to arrive, staying at the St. Regis Hotel near St. Mark's Square. But Ivanka's Secret Service detail, a holdover from her dad's presidency, clashed with Bezos' already beefy security setup. Think of it like two rival bouncers arguing over who's in charge at the club. The overlap caused logistical headaches, with reports of blocked canals and delayed water taxis frustrating other guests. It was like a security turf war, my coworker Jake, who follows political gossip, told me. Bezos had his team, Ivanka had hers, and Venice was caught in the middle. To make matters worse, Ivanka posted a photo on Instagram that appeared to show her hotel room door, sparking speculation she'd accidentally revealed her location. Or worse, the weddings. Ex-users pounced, with one writing, "Ivanka's out here compromising security for a cute post? Classic." Then there was her outfit, a tweed Oscar de la Renta dress that faded from pink to near white. Some on X claimed it outshone Lauren's Dolce & Gabbana wedding gown, with comments like, "Ivanka's dress is giving bride vibes, shade thrown." Whether intentional or not, Ivanka's presence added fuel to an already chaotic fire. Jeff's tuxedo. Takedown. You'd think a billionaire could nail a wedding tuxedo, but Jeff Bezos' sartorial choices became an unexpected lightning rod. On the big day, June 27, 2025, he stepped off a water taxi at San Giorgio Maggiore, the island hosting the ceremony, in a classic black tux. At first glance, it looked sharp, until the fashion police weighed in. Menswear critic Derek Guy took to X, pointing out Jeff's fatal flaw. He wore a business vest, not the low-cut formal waistcoat a tuxedo demands. "It's a dinner suit, not a boardroom," Guy tweeted, sparking a thread of snarky comments. "Bezos can buy Venice but not a proper vest?" one user quipped. It didn't stop there. F. Caracciani Sartoria, an Italian tailor who's dressed royalty like Prince William, went nuclear on Instagram, calling Jeff's tux the most terrible, frightening, horrible tuxedo ever seen in my life. He added, "Elegance is not an empty word. I'm suffering." Ouch. I showed the post to my buddy Alex, a fashion nerd, and he laughed. "A pre-tied bow tie and the wrong vest? Jeff's worth $231 billion and he's dressing like it's prom night. Whether Jeff shrugged it off or didn't care, the fashion world wasn't letting it slide. Meanwhile, Lauren's lace mermaid gown, a Dolce & Gabbana masterpiece that took 900 hours to craft, stole the show, proving she, at least, knew how to dress the part. Venice fights back. The biggest drama wasn't the rain or the tux. It was Venice itself. The city, already sinking under over-tourism and climate change, wasn't thrilled about a billionaire taking over its canals and hotels. Jeff and Lauren booked out luxury spots like the Aman and Gritty Palace, hired 90 private jets, and docked 9 yachts, turning Venice into their personal playground. Locals, fed up with being priced out and pushed aside, fought back under the banner "No Space for Bezos," a nod to Jeff's Blue Origin space ventures. Protesters floated a Bezos mannequin clutching cash down the Grand Canal and hung banners on the Rialto Bridge reading, "If you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax." I was chatting with my cousin Sophia, who studied abroad in Italy, and she said, "Venice is a living city, not a theme park. No wonder they're mad." Activists like Tommaso Cacciari called the wedding a symbol of wealth disparity, telling Reuters, "The idea that the city is a stage for the rich has never been clearer." Greenpeace joined in, unfurling a massive tarp in St. Mark's Square with the same tax message. On Saturday, June 28th, about 1,000 protesters marched through Venice, setting off flares and chanting, "Bezos, fuck off." Even plans for inflatable crocodiles to block canals forced Jeff to move the final party from the city center Scuola Grande della Misericordia to the fortified Arsenale. The city's mayor, Luigi Brugnaro, defended the wedding, saying it brought great riches and dismissing protesters as narcissists. Jeff and Lauren donated $2 million to a lagoon preservation project, but it didn't quell the anger. "It's absurd to treat Venice like Disneyland," local activist Grazia Sada told the Wall Street Journal. On X, sentiment was brutal. "Bezos can afford a 50-mile wedding, but not better wages for Amazon workers?" one user posted. Another wrote, "Rosie O'Donnell's right, this wedding's gross." The fairy tale that wasn't. Despite the chaos, the wedding had its magic moments. The ceremony on San Giorgio Maggiore was intimate, with Matteo Bocelli serenading the couple as they walked down the aisle. Lauren, glowing in her Vogue cover gown, called herself a princess and posted a beaming photo with Jeff, captioned 06/27/2025 and a heart emoji. The final bash at the Arsenal featured rumored performances by Lady Gaga and Elton John, with guests like Kris Jenner and Tom Brady partying in silk pajamas until 4 a.m. "It was like a movie," my friend Emma, who's glued to celebrity news, said, but the drama was the real star. Still, the weekend was a lesson in how money can't buy perfection. The thunderstorm soaked the vibe, Ivanka's security and outfit choices stirred trouble, and Jeff's tux became a meme. Worst of all, Venice's protests turned a private celebration into a global debate about wealth and privilege. I think of my own family's backyard wedding, where a sudden rain sent us scrambling under a tent, laughing it off with cheap wine. Jeff and Lauren's millions couldn't stop the rain or the critics, proving even billionaires can't control everything. What's your take? From a rogue storm to fashion fails and a city in revolt, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding was anything but smooth. Was it a lavish love story or a tone-deaf display of wealth? Subscribe to our newsletter for more juicy celebrity tales and hot takes on the events that keep us talking. Let's keep the gossip flowing.